All righty then. Tales from the Green Room,
Hey.
episode number 113 with Greg Shields of Kash'd Out. What's up, Greg? Happy 420.
Hi. I'm so stoked for this holiday. It's pretty mellow in my camp.
This is your favorite holiday.
Yeah, this is my Christmas.
It's your Christmas.
If I was in California, I'd be getting a lot of gifts.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe Colorado.
But you're not in California. You're in Florida, right?
That's right. Good old Orlando.
Nice. Orlando. Love down there.
You guys are here a lot.
We are. We love Florida, man. Florida's a second home.
I'm happy about it.
So what's going on, man? How's your quarantine?
It's pretty chill. Been fishing a lot.
Fishing a lot. I see your stories.
Writing songs.
That's
good.
Good.
So I'm home with the kid for a while, so I've been just getting a chance to fish with him, and we attached these. I bought this new bike. If you remember on Warped Tour, I bought like 3 bikes.
I remember. You have a thing for bikes.
But I bought it. Yeah, I bought another bike, and I attached rod holders to it, and now we just ride up and down the river looking for fish, but nothing's biting.
Nothing's biting. What a bummer. I was never one for fishing. I'm not a big outdoors type of guy, and fishing was one of the things I just never got into.
That's my corner.
Oh man, how's that Wi-Fi at your house? How's that Wi-Fi over there? It's a little choppy. Live television.
Oh. There we go.
What's up to all our live guests right now? Nikki, Snowy, Aubrey, Kristen, Connor, Kiko, Kayla, Monica, Michael, Catherine, Michelle. What is going on, everybody? We're trying to get Greg closer to his router.
Yeah. Is that any better?
Yeah, I think maybe.
Sick. So we totally used the neighbor's internet over here.
Nice.
I just went in the garage. Yeah, I think that's going to work. He doesn't mind. He totally lets us.
Cool.
Yeah. So, what did I miss?
I said that I'm not really into fishing. I just never got into it. Not like much of an outdoors type of guy. Like I like being outside, wild. But I don't
Maryland has great fishing.
What's that?
There's a lot of good fishing in Maryland.
Is there? I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you got the Chesapeake.
Yeah.
Right. We went there with Jackson's dad, and it was all like it's like flooded, and a bunch of trees in the way.
Oh wow!
But it was still decent fishing.
Yeah, it's really nice down there on the Chesapeake for sure. Out on the bay, Solomon's Island, Ocean City, out the Atlantic. It's Maryland is people don't think about it. Like people always say, like when we're out on the road, well, at least they used to. You guys are from California, right? I'm like, no, we're from Maryland, and somehow it's just not cool to be from Maryland or something. And we'd be on tour with like bands like Dirty Heads or like the B Foundation or somebody. They'd be like, "You guys are California?" We're like, "Nah, we're from Maryland," but they're from California, and everybody, the whole group would leave us and go talk to the California guys.
Yeah,
Maryland's cool. I swear, it's cool. It's beautiful.
They just assume that if you're in a reggae band that you're from California or Jamaica, and obviously you're not from Jamaica.
Well, everybody knows that reggae comes from California. Everyone knows that. So what's going on, man? I see you guys are you're in the studio, right?
We are. Well, we've been in and out of the studio. We kind of got we're on lockdown over here So, and that happened right as it was like on our last day of the studio. So we are recording, making just new stuff, We're stoked to write new songs. Jackson is really butting into this amazing songwriter. He's always been, but like, I feel like he's finding his pocket, and he's got killer songs, and we got to do virtual sessions now. That's what it's become.
Yeah, it's the new normal, man. It's actually pretty exciting, like to be able to still be able to work. I remember talking about working with Jeffrey again and Dan again. Before all this went down, we were already talking about it, like back in December, talking about doing writing sessions over Skype or something like that. And now it's like we're kind of forced to do it. So, you got to embrace it.
Yeah, this is yeah, dude. I've been writing some of my best stuff, or maybe it's just like new to me and it's refreshing. But even like I've got some clients that I write with a lot when I'm home, and then I got some new ones, and like just the stuff that I've been able to churn out. I don't know if I'm just like finally relaxed enough, because everything, with our schedules, it's like, okay, you got 2 weeks, make a whole album, go, be creative, right on the spot. And to be able to like not have anything to do, it's like, oh man, this might cut into some fishing time. I was gonna wash my car. Like it frees up a lot of mental space, which is needed when you're trying to be creative.
Yeah.
So I've been enjoying it.
That's great. So how many tracks are you guys working on at the moment?
I believe currently there's 11 in this recording that we're making now. And I don't know how much I can say about it. Some of the stuff we've hinted online, people could figure out what we're doing, but it's not been officially announced. But yeah, we're just going to be in the studio for a long time. That's how I got this beard. And
I can't grow a studio beard, man.
Dude, you gotta just let it be and see what happens. It doesn't come in. It's not gonna be even. It's not gonna be. I mean, look, it's just like, I don't know what's going on here, but I just don't like when it gets in my mouth. It's
so
annoying to me.
What you're saying is I have to approach growing a beard the same way I build a career. I play the long game. It takes time.
Yeah,
it won't happen overnight. If I'm expecting a nice robust beard, I need to quit now and just shave off the 8th grade crustache, because it's not going to happen.
I think that's how the country bands do so well. They got big beards, and they've just been at it for a long time.
Yeah, the size of your beard it shows the strength of your commitment and your drive, I think.
That's right. Think about it. You got Yasad has a great beard.
Yasad's
Micah,
got a strong beard.
Yeah, these are very talented veterans
out there crushing for sure. So is this thing is it acoustic? Are you working with Stevie? I've seen Stevie in some of the.
Yeah, there's a lot of acoustic stuff. We got some sweet Taylors in the mail, and the tones on them are just like unmatched. I love a Taylor.
I need your Taylor guy, man.
Fuck. He might be watching. If he's watching.
Taylor guy, watching. I'm in a pretty decent band,
Yeah.
We moved some units, is what I'm saying,
Didn't you have like a bad acoustic accident recently?
I had a bad acoustic accident. I was on that Eric Rachmani tour back in December. I got on an airplane. Never, ever had this problem. Got on this airplane, got to the show in Denver, went to go do my sound check, opened up the case, and I knew something was different. And the strings were like like super, like the action was insane. It was like that far from the fretboard, and it was like bowed, and I was like, whoa, that's not right. And I picked it up, and the whole back of the neck was just split open. Yeah, and everybody's like, so did you didn't detune, bro? I'm like, I've never fucking heard that. I've never heard that that's a thing.
It's a thing.
Well, I've heard so many people, everybody is a physics expert when I talk about this. I've heard, bro, you got to detune the strings so that shit doesn't happen because they get tight. We're on the plane because of all the pressure, you know, it's in the belly of the plane and the cold air and all that. And then I heard, no, you never take the tension off the neck. You never, ever do that. Then I've heard, yeah, you just do like a quarter turn, just a little bit less, just to kind of, just because they'll tighten up a little bit. I've never had that problem. I've flown with that acoustic before, did not have the problem. And that other time that I did it, it happened. You know, so it's just whatever. Maybe I'm just unlucky, or maybe the people like, what was it, Southwest or something, or whatever it was. Maybe they just threw my shit around, destroyed it. I don't know.
So what did you do?
Well, I bought a new guitar that following week when I got home from that tour. I borrowed a guitar from the John Dank show. And then we were coming through Maryland, like passing through. So Brian Sandell swung by my house and picked up my other acoustic for me and brought it to the tour. And then I bought a new guitar the following week. And then I actually had the new one fixed. I had it replaced. This is the first time I mentioned this. I was going to say that. I had it replaced, and I got to get it tweaked again. The action's a little high on it, but it's good as new, you know? So that was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's always a bummer when your gear gets busted up, you know, especially when you're on tour.
Yeah, I would be devastated. Really. I've been broken into before, but not had my gear damaged yet.
We've been robbed maybe 4 or 5 times in the last 12 years. 14 years.
I had once in San Antonio, and me and Nick. Oh, I'm sure you probably heard about this a lot. Nick was there. You're Nick.
Oh, was this out?
This is in our old band.
Oh, that's right. Were you guys traveling in the ambulance?
Initially, we had taken the ambulance to follow the Warped Tour, and then I believe though, we had already lost the ambulance because it had some mechanical stuff, and we were in like a cargo van that we had to get off of Craigslist for like $600. And we were trying to meet back up with the tour, and we were playing on the streets of San Antonio. You know, they got like a river thing going on. Yeah. And came back to the van, and it was just wide open. And they took a lot of stuff. But thankfully, we had all the money and our acoustics on us. So they didn't get that, but they did get a lot of things.
Dude, they're the worst kind of people.
Yeah, you're like wondering, like, were they watching me? How long were they watching me? And I feel it sucked. That was such a crazy adventure.
That's yeah, we've had situations. The first time was in Florida. We were in like Sarasota or like south of Tampa. Oh, what's the name of that town? Damn it. Anyway, we played the show and came out, and somebody had busted through. We had a conversion van at the time, so it was more a Homi, you know, than like a 350. And so like you could slide the window open, and there was a screen there, and someone had left the window open, and somebody just like punched through the screen and like grabbed whatever they could out of the side. And then we were in Chicago and left it on a pretty busy street, and somebody must have been watching us pull up, man. We came out the next morning, and like the backside window was busted out, like everything was taken, $100, you know. It was like out of our tour manager's backpack. For some reason, he left his backpack in the van. Just that's awful, man. You hear these awful things, like I think Bumpin' Uglies had their like their lock drilled out of their van. We were in St. Louis that first weekend that we were on tour a few years back, and Expendables got their shit broken into in like Houston, I think, or maybe Authority Zero. Yeah, it's just people suck, man.
They do. They fucking do. It's like they know who they're getting too. That's the fucked up thing. You know, it's not loaded. I don't know why you like gonna bust into a van. Ooh, let's smell their socks, dude.
That would be even creepier. It was like if they left a note like with like lipstick on it, it's like, smelled your socks. Thanks. Have a great tour. Like,
yeah,
nothing was touched.
dude. At least you know that initial, like, whoever went first got a whiff. You know they got a whiff at least. They like had to come creeping out the hole. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Vans are not. I got old Trusty right here. She's got some strong odors in there.
The van can smell very, very bad. We're pretty good about cleaning, you know, and like getting all the, like, staying on top of the trash removal, you know, every time we hit a truck stop, you know, usually throughout the day, you know, you'll fill up the trash can. We're always like, all right, any trash, you know, we'll stop and get the gas, and any trash, and everybody passes the trash up, take the trash out, you know, replace the bag, throw up a air freshener. And now having the Sprinter, and it's like all decked out, it's like we can plug in like like Glade plugins and shit, you know. So that definitely
I know
helps.
you guys became all sophisticated when you
Well,
got that Mercedes.
yeah, but it was well deserved, if you ask me, because we had toured
For sure.
11 years in we were about to buy like our 6th like E350 or something like that. And I was like, no, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm getting old. My knees are killing me. You know, being 6'6", man, and like trying to sleep on a bench. For anyone to sleep on a bench, it sucks. But like being as tall as I am, and Donald as tall as he is, he's 6'5". Like, just our knees, man. My knees got destroyed. And then it was great because once we made the change and we got the bunks now and everything, the bunks are 6'8". And so I can stretch. And once we made that change, like my knees stopped hurting. Like, it was that fucking van, you know? I'm just glad we
You
made
probably grew taller.
What's that?
You probably grew a little bit taller.
Probably did. We did. Yeah, I was being suppressed.
Yeah. it was holding you back from your true height.
It's holding me back. So what are you doing today on this glorious holiday, 420? What are you doing? I realized after I booked you, I was like, oh shit, it's 420. This is perfect. It was subconscious, I think.
You would think that I would just be, you know, blazing it up, but my day, I'm with my kid a lot, so I don't really do that when he's around. And we're going fishing. We got new baits coming in from our buddy Country Boy Baits, and he's really stoked about it. I'm really stoked about it. So I'm gonna take him over to the lake and rip some lips. You know?
All right, man. Rip some lips.
Yeah.
That's code for hooking.
That's
fish.
Florida talk for fishing. Yeah. That's if you catch them. We haven't been catching nothing.
I always feel bad. Like, whenever I have gone fishing, I feel bad for the fish. Like, the hook will go up in their eye or something.
Oh, geez, what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know how to fish, bro.
No, it actually doesn't really hurt them too bad. You know, I get it. There's no way it can not hurt if you're getting hooked, but they seem to like it.
I mean, they keep coming
back. They keep biting it. You got to think the decision was theirs first.
It's true.
There's a whole lake. You know, if they bite
you're testing them. It's like Darwinism at its finest.
Yeah, it's totally catch and release too. It's not, and I haven't killed one in a while.
So you put a hole in their face, and then you let them go, and you're like, you remember that shit.
Well, I actually take a picture and I give them a story. Every fish has a story. You can't just let them go and never remember it again. It was, oh, that wasn't just a fish. They have a name, usually an occupation. And you can find these in on my Instagram. It's in my highlights.
Yeah, your Instagram stories are great. All your fishing stuff. Everybody, give Greg a follow right here. Hold on. There it is, right there, right there,
Wait.
right there.
Oh. Boom. That's hard.
Yeah, that's weird, right? Everybody, go follow Greg right here on Instagram. I'm not even high. Yeah, go follow him and watch his highlights. So tell me about Ben the fish.
Ben?
Yeah.
I gotta remember that one.
Look, man, you got to remember the fish that you're putting a hole in their face and releasing them out wild.
Yeah, but I want to go through it. There's a couple good ones in there that I do remember. I just don't remember their name. You know, I meet a lot of people and a lot of fish.
It's the same.
So, yeah, you know, everybody's got a story. The fish are a little. This story happens really fast because I got to get them back into the water. It won't let me view it unless I'm signed. Well, you get the idea.
Yeah.
There's one that has like, you know, drug problem. There's one that sells Mary Kay. You see it all. You just never know what you're gonna get.
I mean, every fish has to make its way. You know, it's got to.
They're out there grinding just like we are.
They're killing it.
There's big fish, small fish. They get everything. It's a whole circle of life in there.
Right.
I'm more concerned. Lately, there's been a lot of water moccasins out. I don't like that.
That's effing scary.
I almost stepped on one in this retention. Because the lake's like a good 40 minutes from where I'm at if there's traffic, which there shouldn't be traffic, but there is. And so I tried to fish the retention pond back here or over here, and it was going good until that day, and now I won't go back. We call it Moccasin Creek now.
Moccasin Creek. I don't fuck with wildlife, man. That's one reason.
Usually, you know, I'm not a snake guy. I don't like snakes at all, and I've grown to understand them a little bit more and just understand that they're afraid of me just as much, and that's helped. But I still don't want to see them.
Right.
Yeah. They're so like can be unannounced. It's just the creepiest. Just make a noise, you know. That's why I don't like, but rattlesnakes, cool. They're like, yo, don't step on me, like, right. You know. I can appreciate that. Yeah, that happened. My band they love to hike. I don't get it. You know, they just, you know, let's go walk in the woods. It's like, bro, there's snakes everywhere. And it happened. We were in Arizona and we saw one, and it was cool because it was like, it just did that. It was like, yo, here I am. I'm gonna keep going, and you just post up right there. I was like, all right, Mr. Snake. Thanks. Nobody got bit, so on to the next one, I guess. I'm not hiking anymore. I haven't gone hiking with him since.
Yeah, I always see pictures of you guys going out in the woods and shit, you and your boys.
You'll see mostly them.
Mostly them, yeah. Mostly them.
If it's out, unless there's water, I'm not going.
Marshall's quite the motivator.
He is. That's why he's our tour manager as well. He's our drummer too, but he's our tour manager. He's
pretty good about stuff. He's like, we got to do this. We got to do this. Let's go. Let's go to merch right now.
It's like, yeah, he's the enforcer. He's make sure we're there on time. We're not fucking around.
You need that.
There's a lot of like band no-nos, you know? He makes sure that we're not doing the no-nos.
Like what? What are some no-nos? What are some bugaboos?
Well, I mean, I learned all this from touring with you guys. This is actually kind of funny. You know, just stuff like we make sure that the beer that gets drunk is for that band. We make sure that we're always on time. We have van rules. You guys probably have your own set, but
every band's got their own process, you know.
Yeah, we don't have. We try to keep the body fluids to a minimum in the van, little to none.
Yeah, I mean that's a given.
Yeah.
No peeing.
I'm not going to describe. Yeah, Jackson really wants to have a pee hole tube thing.
Oh, we thought of that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not about it. So I'll just pull over.
Yeah, Donald will make sure he gets like a Gatorade or one of those big iced teas or something. So he'll drink it and then I'll have something to pee in later. So we'll have to stop because like stopping on the side of the road can be very sketchy and weird.
Absolutely.
And pulling off to a truck stop, you know, it takes about at least 15 minutes of your time. There's always everybody's got to get on pee, and then it's like somebody's walking around buying a candy bar, or, you know, looking at the awesome T-shirts at the truck stop, you know, and
yeah.
Well, we're pretty snappy though. Like if we're on a time crunch and like we're running late or something like that, it's like, all right, make it quick, you know, get in, get out, no loitering, you know.
We have found that if we tack on like 3 hours to our ETA, then we're usually good to like make whatever destination. And we're like always the first band there anyway.
I know you guys are always there early. But you guys like usually just drive overnight, right?
Yeah, we'll do a lot of that. It doesn't make sense for us to leave a hotel at 5 a.m. get to the place like, shortly after. I don't know. It's just I don't do all that TM stuff, so
yeah.
I just say, okay, fine. I'll go where the van goes.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you got to, like I said, you got to have that at least one person that has everything, you know, the organization together and gets everybody, you know, whips everybody into shape and is, you know, all right, let's go, you know, the tour manager. So that's great.
It's our doodle.
Yeah.
It's Marshall. That's Marshall's nickname. We call him
Marshall.
Doodle.
Shout out to Jackson, who still wants the pee hole tube.
Oh, never gonna get. You ever heard? He hasn't heard that song, but I know you have. Never gonna get it.
Oh, by En Vogue.
Never gonna get it.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I love that song. En Vogue was so good. So you guys played a killer show. I believe it was in Denver with Pepper.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I keep seeing footage from that, and man, what a great looking show that was.
It was the best show I've ever played, and I think I could probably speak for my dudes too. That was a kill. That whole tour was amazing. That was like a nice, and the movement joined us, and Expendables as well.
Sick.
So it was killer. It was like sold out over 4,000 people, and what a time. And it's crazy to come off of that and then do nothing.
There's a little bit of depression after after the big tour, the big show. There's a little bit of a depression because it's like it's real, man. It's like you're coming off this crazy high, you know, the endorphins are kicking and you're feeling good about yourself and what you just did, especially if you played well, you know. And then it's just nothing, you know. It's like when you come off a tour that was killer and then you got to go back to, you know, waiting tables or, you know, people complaining that their breadsticks are hard, you know. It's like that's what I would always go back to, and it was just a bummer, you know.
Yeah, I am fortunate enough to where my when I come home, I still write songs to make money. And I, as you know, sell in-ear monitors. But nobody is, I don't know, people I guess are using a lot of headsets right now. That's maybe my shtick, but operations are shut down right now. So, but yeah, it is like when you're even just not knowing what tour you're going to be on next, and we had a tour we had to cancel. We were about to announce it, and then another one we were working on after that. It's like, nope, there goes that. And to come off of a show like that Colorado show or that whole Pepper tour was just fantastic. I can only hope that our momentum stays and that people come and see us again with that same energy, because we're going to have it regardless. And I don't know what how long that process is going to take, but I'll just keep fishing and wishing. That's all I can do.
Yeah, I think, by the time things do start rolling again, I think the bands that don't break up, because there may be a couple that just, I don't know any in particular, but there may be a couple that just can't stay, can't maintain. Who knows? But the bands that go out on tour after this are obviously going to be ready to play. And then the people that can afford to go out, maybe even some of the people that can't really afford to go out, they're still going to go out and they're going to be ready to see a show. So these may be some of the craziest shows, ever. And there's all these rumors. I've heard something about like 250 cap rooms, maybe, just basically any venue can only hold up to 250 people. That may be a thing just so it's not 10,000 people or 500 people. I have no idea. I feel like it's too early to tell any of this stuff, to be honest, but I think people are going to be ready to see a show, and hopefully like tickets don't get crazy, and because promoters obviously are going to be trying to make their money back that they've lost. And, I don't want to see a Ballyhoo show for $50, I think that's,
No.
I hope that doesn't happen, because right now, most of us are anywhere from $5 to $20 depending on what the show is. I would like to keep the ticket prices low so people can come out,
As long as there's something to come out to, I guess we'll start there and be happy.
Yeah.
And I think we can all get back on our feet. It's just, we need to listen now and take action now and stay home. And yeah, dude, it was crazy how much when somebody pointed out, maybe it was you, I think it was on your podcast or on your live thing, that how the lyrics for Ross Vader are so applicable now. And I started like going through it word for word. I was like, wow, that's pretty applicable.
It's so that song is for those of you that don't know, I've mentioned this recently. I've talked about it. This song has come up a lot between the fans asking me and stuff. But Ross Vader is a song on our album Girls, and Greg actually wrote all the lyrics for that song. We brought him out to the studio with us at Sonic Ranch back in 2015. I had about half the song, half the record written lyrically. And I knew I was going to need some help because we only had like 15 days in the studio. So we brought Greg out to the studio with us, and he really helped out on a few songs. And Ross Vader was one of them where I was clueless. I didn't know my band didn't like the lyrics I had or the subject that it was about. So they just, I got pissed off and left and told Greg to write it. And came back the next morning and you had all these lyrics. And it was about the earth and how we should take care of it. And right now it's just, you're right. It absolutely is applicable. You know, it's like the earth is trying to kill us, and rightfully so. You're just saying that we need to take care of it, man. We need to like stop being assholes, and you know, we're privileged to live here.
I gotta give some credit to your band guys too, because they were, because you were at the time you were like, they're saying no to this, but not giving me any ideas. So I went to, they had us staying at like little houses on the property there, and we went back to the house, and I was like, all right, guys, I'm gonna take a shower, but I want you to write down all these things that you want in the song. Like just it doesn't have to be put together, but so like a lot of the word choices and the thing, and I just kind of pieced them together to make them rhyme. But a lot of it was Nick and Donald, and I think Scott even threw some stuff in there too. It was a cool, like, it was an interesting collaboration. You wouldn't have thought it came about that way, but it did, and it was really cool how it came together. And then now it's like, here it is right in front of our face. We're like living that. Do you ever like predict? I end up living out my songs a lot, and this one is like on a bigger scale. I think we're all living it, but I don't know. I would not predict. I didn't predict this was gonna happen, but I'm saying like a lot of times I'll like find myself like, I wrote about this like 3 years ago. Why is it happening now? Yeah.
So we should call you Potstradamus.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, Potstradamus.
How did I know these things?
Dude, if you don't use that, oh my God, please keep that and use that for something.
Maybe it's the next Weed song.
That's a song title for sure.
Weed songs are the hardest to write.
Are they the hardest to write? Because I asked my band a few weeks back, I'm like, hey man, let's write another Weed song. And I was like, I thought maybe they'd get stoked about it, and I got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, write some songs, write some lyrics about smoking weed and hanging out. And they wouldn't do it.
It's like, what are you gonna say that hasn't been said?
It's all how it's packaged, man. You know that.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's
all about the packaging. You can say the same thing 12 times on one record as long as it's packaged differently.
That's why we did the whole Weed Man thing. I was like, let's give an ode to someone related. You know, the person who makes it all possible. And then we had that whole concept with the lawnmower service. And now, man, if you ask me to write another Weed song, I'm sure I'll do it, but Lord only knows what's coming.
I think if you just keep it simple and just write about what you're doing right that moment, you know, because you're the guy that's like pretty blazed, I think, most of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've cut back. Now it's like once or twice a day. Given the circumstances, I'm trying to keep my lungs pretty healthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty accurate. But if I just wrote about it, I mean, that'd be like every song. You know, you got to get creative with it. So I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Happy 420 to our friends at Ocean 98 in Ocean City. What a wonderful station. They take great care of us, man. They play all our bands.
They do. I know. I've heard it.
Out at Secrets.
And they're big supporters. We appreciate them too. We came in and jammed it, I believe, in their little studio there.
When was the last time you played Secrets?
With you, I think. You would know more than me. You're like, got the memory of some big memory guy.
I feel like it was 2018, 2017. Yeah.
It had to be. No, you put me on the spot that when I couldn't play guitar.
I've played there a bunch of times. Oh yeah, that's right. I had you come out and play guitar. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So whenever that was, whatever
Whenever
show
that was.
it was fun. Secrets goes hard, and that you and Daddy were talking about the apartments they put you in. Those
Yeah, they've since
good stuff.
they've turned that into a brewery now. That's a brewery. Those apartments.
So there's no apartment.
They've got a new. If you go around the parking lot, there's a different building. It's not right next to the place anymore, but yeah, we used to go out there and just watch all the drunk people leave. You know, like after the show, we'd go back to the band house and just stand on the balcony and just watch people just eat shit. Like people get in fights. And, yeah, fun night, fun times.
It's good time over there.
Yeah. So you're not on tour. No one's on tour. What is anything else you're working on, like other than music? I mean, obviously you're fishing, but is there anything else, like any sort of branding opportunities or anything cool like that?
I've always
worked with Smoke Flower a lot.
Yeah, I love Smoke Flower. They're very, very good to us. They just sent me a bunch of new shirts. We are pretty much like just trying to get back. We had a lot of plans that just got canceled. So the band is kind of not paused because we're still working on music. We're writing and going to put a new album together. So that's going to be where the main focus is. And then my brain kind of doesn't sit still. My body sure does, but my brain does not. And my son is the same way, and he's always thinking of like stuff that he can do. He's a great entrepreneur. He's got a lot of big dreams. So I've been trying to come up with something that he and I can both do together that is wholesome and nothing against it, but something that's not Pokemon. I can't talk about Pokemon anymore.
Yeah. Fortnite.
And he's super into it, and that's cool. I don't want to hold him back from that, but there's like a lot of other things he could do that I could do. And we're gonna come up with something. He's always inventing, and he's gonna be great. He's a lot smarter than I am at 8 years old, and that's my days. Really, I'm not really like just writing. I write for hire, and I got some projects that are gonna be announced. And I was thinking about like going live, dude. I submitted 125 songs that I haven't been paid for yet.
For what?
For HFA,
Oh.
which for those of you who don't know, is they
Harry
collect. Yes, they collect mechanical royalties, which is the sale of songs. So I had 125 stray songs, and I was thinking about going live one time and just like going through some of them, because some of them like never saw the light of day. It would just be band, like you said, bands breaking up and not going anywhere. And but like the songs are still there. I thought it'd be cool for people to hear sometime.
You should absolutely do that. You should definitely do that. I one of the things I've been preaching lately is telling artists out there, if you're watching, like, go live every day as much as possible on all your platforms. And, it doesn't have to be for hours at a time. It can be for 10 minutes. Talk to your audience, and something like that, people would love that. They would absolutely love that, for you to just be on there showing them songs, and like even something where you can set it up to where you can like share your screen and like show them what's going on. I think they would really love that. People love a peek inside,
Yeah, I mean, there's I got a bunch of them, and it's a lot of like outdated stuff or different genres, or just one. I tried out for Emarosa back in the day. Remember that band?
It's a great band.
Yeah, they're sick. And it didn't work out, and I'm glad that it didn't. But there's like a track of me singing an Emarosa song that like nobody's ever gonna hear. And it was like one of their like cuts that didn't make the cut. And just stuff like that. And I think it'd be cool for people to see and hear. Recordings are in like different shapes. It's great. That was crazy too, as I was because I would like click on a couple as I was entering them into the system, and it's like crazy to see how recording has become like so much better and easier. And like even when you were doing the daydreams thing, well, you guys crushed it, by the way. That like it took me back due to like my whole studio, and then I'm like sitting in a room full of all the gear that I needed. It's like, wow, I didn't need that this whole time, but I did then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Well, the way things advance all the time, you know, these really amazing plugins. You don't have to go out there and buy like every Waves plugin, or, you know, Slate's got that. I think it's $10 a month now for the Slate bundle. And you have everything you need. I mean, even like Pro Tools and Logic, they have all the processing plugins that you need to make a great record. But, you know, just coming to realize that I don't need a treated room or a booth or anything like that. Like I literally did vocals for some songs just like this. Nothing around me. You know what I'm saying? Like no soundproofing, nothing like that. I had one of those semicircle diffuser things.
Shield.
Yeah, with the shield. Yeah, I had one of those for a while. It was like right here. I think I did detonate with that. Like I had my Slate ML1 right here with that right there. And usually my daughter in my lap, and I'm like singing the songs and like engineering myself. And that's how I did detonate vocals, you know. And some songs recently I've just done just like this, like got the boom arm. There's no treatment, you know, and it sounds great. You know, it's just, it's part of it is kind of knowing what you're doing, like your gain staging, things like that. You have to have some basic knowledge, obviously. And it pays to have experience, like try things over and over again. If you're trying to get into recording and like really learn how to do stuff, like you have to do it every day. You have to stay on top. Because in the beginning, I used to have Brandon in here from Bumpin' Uglies, and I made like a mattress fort behind me back here against the wall, and I had him singing his vocal stuff for Beast from the East, got like 4 years ago in there, and I would forget things I didn't know. I'd have him sitting there for 40 minutes trying to figure something out, you know. But you know, just learn, watch YouTube videos, you know.
That reminds me of this story. You've been to band camp where my campers parked.
Yeah.
When I first moved over there, I was recording Vanalia on Law Records. I don't know if you met her. You've met her.
Yeah, I know her.
She, and at the same time, this was like during Reggae Rise Up, and Jesse Royal had actually come and stayed there too at the same time, and he ended up getting me so faded that I'm sitting there, and I had this mattress thing set up for Vana, and I was like, I could barely work. She's the only one who's seen me like that. And it's Jesse Roll's fault. It was my fault, but I wasn't gonna not indulge.
Right.
But oh my goodness, it was. But the mattress for it really worked. Like that whole album was like, I mean, it really worked for her because she's so short, and the mattress was like 2 of her. And so I just had 2 mattresses in a corner. And I even put like little Christmas lights on them, and you wouldn't even know. I put this fancy looking comforter over it, and that's all you need.
That's all I need, man. I stuff people in my bathroom now. We have a bathroom that I don't use. It just has like a bunch of crap in it, like storage, you know. And I threw up. I found an old He-Man blanket that I used to have when I was like 6 on my bed. I still have it, and so I put that up for some scenery, and I turn on the lights, and I got some cool little tiki lights that go above, you know. And then another like a moving blanket. I have it clipped up to the shower shower rod, and
Yep.
and then I found, like, when I got my iMac here, it came in a box with had like a half-inch of foam inside the box, so I just cut it out and like taped it to the door. So, you know, I don't think it does anything, but but that's where
Made you feel
most of
better.
my that's where most of my artists do their vocals, in there. Sometimes acoustic guitar, but it's so tiny. Like I'll have like I'll have like 2 mics in there, and then the person like in the corner with their acoustic, you know. Sometimes I'll bring them out here though. It gets too crazy, but it's like, you know, you work with the tools that you have and the space that you have, and you just do the best you can. You use your knowledge. Like I'll still go on like YouTube and look up like how to properly mic an acoustic guitar with, you know, with 2 mics, you know, or something like that. Like just to make sure I'm trying to get the best sounds possible. You know, because it all matters in the end. And make sure your gain staging is proper. Like you don't want to be clipping, you don't want to be in the yellow too much. You can always make it louder, but you can't take away that digital clipping. It's awful, you know.
Yeah, I think a lot of it too is psychological. Like I built a booth in my, somebody says, Russ Baum says the bathroom isolation booth is a solid move. I turned the bathroom of my camper into a recording booth. And I know you recorded in a RV bathroom booth before.
I did.
And
For 3.
it's like, I like being in there just to know that, like, okay, now I'm in the booth. That booth, dog. You know? You gotta, like, just psychologically being, that's, I think people put the blame, yes, it's for sound, but it's up here. You gotta no, I'm not, Donald. I'm really not.
Donald Spangler chimes in and he says, Greg looks lit, everybody.
But yeah, it's like you gotta enter a headspace as well. So I'll set up a booth. We set up at an Airbnb. We were there for like 3 weeks before One Love, and I was like, man, this doesn't feel right. So I had that little shield thing, and then I just took my mattress pad that I sleep on sometimes, just like a little portable thing, and I put it up in the corner and put the thing in there just to feel like I had a booth.
Norman Voss says, Greg recorded the new album in an RV. How cool is that? Yeah, man.
Yeah, I did the vocals.
It really is not where you record. It's just the knowledge, the experience that you have over doing it for so long. You know, you use whatever tools you can. You know, I take that back. It kind of is where you record a little bit. It can be that. There's definitely something to say about a great studio that has a vibe and a certain room where the drums are recorded, stuff like that. I will say that.
Acoustic things that need.
Yeah, there is something to be said. But then if you look at like a place like Sonic Ranch, they've got these super expensive and sought after like Neve consoles, you know, old school, you know, old analog consoles. And that is a sound in itself. I love how you're changing the scenery like throughout the broadcast.
Well, I'm like looking at it, I'm like, oh, there's just a bunch of random junk in the garage. It's weird.
Looks nice and peaceful where you're at, though.
Yeah, there's our trusty
There's a tour van.
Yeah, it's nice out. It was raining, and this is good. I guess this is where the internet works best. So.
Let's see. Nikki Nash says, "Did you turn a fan on just for your hair?"
That's Jaws work right there.
That's the Florida wind.
Yeah.
There's the next song right there. Florida wind. You got to sing in like a Neil Diamond voice. Florida wind.
I used to take these classes online through Berkeley, and there's this really awesome writer named Pat Pattison, and that reminds me of this example that always sticks with me. It's just I just hear his voice for some reason. An example that he had, he wrote some piece called "Hobo Wind," and when you said that, all I could think of was "Hobo Wind."
Florida wind. I can feel you in my hair.
That's right. I washed my hair. I hope I didn't shave today because I figured I'd leave it, see how long it goes on this quarantine. But I did. You guys should feel special. This is like, it's not gonna look this good for a while.
So you cleaned the mane just for my show today?
I did.
Nice.
I
man.
did.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I figured you guys don't need to see the rat's nest. If you look in the back, I don't know what's going on there. But
The rat's nest. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have long hair anymore. Oh my god, I cut that shit off 10 years ago.
When I was brushing it in the shower, and I thought, man, what if I did chop it off? And I've had this thought maybe like once every 4 months, and I'm like, no, I won't.
Dude, don't cut your hair. You're gonna be on a bus next year. Don't cut your hair.
Okay.
You gotta have long hair to be in a reggae band.
If you say I'll be on a bus, then that's sold. I'm about that life.
Jayden says, do you have a preference of a mic that you like to use for vocals and preferred interface? Also, much love from the Third Coast family. Third Coast Roots.
Big up Third Coast Roots. Yes. I mean, we talked about it. I also have the Slate ML1 and the VMS, a virtual mic system. And I run that through an Apollo Twin interface, which is very clean. And I've not even been, I just bypassed the whole, I have the preamp that comes with it, with the mic. But I've just been going straight into the Apollo. And some people might be against that, but it's a lot less to lug around for me in a portable situation. And the preamp is plenty clean for me. So that's what I'm rocking.
Yeah, the thing about
you can choose. Yeah.
The thing about that is you get people that these kind of hipster types that are like, man, you got to use the It's bro, no. You use whatever kind of sound you want to make. That's what you want to do. It's specific to every person. You know, you don't have to use that preamp. The reason why that preamp exists is because it's like the flattest, cleanest sound that, you know, it's designed to work with that mic. That way there's no coloration to the sound from these mics that they modeled. They're trying to get the most precise sound from that modeled tube microphone. But I run it through that preamp, get the level there, but then I still have it runs through my Focusrite, my claret. I have the gain all the way down, but I have the air technology analog, you know, modeled sound turned on there, so it does color it a little bit, and it's supposed to give it that more of a authentic kind of analog-y type of sound, you know. And I'll even put like tape plugins on a lot of my stuff that when I record, so I try to get rid of that digital, just try to make it sound fatter and warmer as much as possible, you know. So it's get the sound that you want to make. It doesn't matter what you're using, you know. And if you want to throw on 11 plugins on one track just to get that sound that you want, that's the way you're going to do it. There's, you know, I don't like when people are like, you should be doing it this way. Nah, bro, I'm doing it the way I want to do it, you know?
Yeah, really, it's like, what I find is the engineer, whoever's going to mix it, I'm not going to mix it. I leave that to somebody else who doesn't have hearing injuries and whatnot. So whoever mixes it is going to throw their own stuff on it anyway. Most engineers will ask you to take all the plugins off and let them do their thing because they have their go-to chains and stuff like that. So I like the slate mic because it just gives them a good clean signal, and that's really all they need. And I can color it all I want to make it sound good to me, but by the time it actually gets to you, the listener, somebody else has already made it sound even better. So
Yeah,
I just need a good foundation.
Yeah, there'll be processing on it for sure. Donald Spangler says, "Are you guys going to do a quarantine show?"
Yes, we are. We're trying to figure it out. So we had a situation similar to yours, as far as like what we were able to do production wise, and then right when we were about to do it, we got put on lockdown. So there's a lot of people involved in doing it, so they gotta do it the right way and the safe way. So as soon as it is deemed safe, we will definitely be doing that. We're itching to do it just as much as anyone else.
Michelle asks, Greg, do you prefer larger or smaller venues?
Well, the venue, the larger the venue, usually the cooler the PA, but they're also harder. I prefer a packed venue. So if that's a small venue, as long as it's wall to wall, that's the kind of energy that I'm showing up for. And that's what I strive to have in our shows, and any show that we play. We put a lot of money into marketing to make sure that it's wall to wall. And sometimes you're doing that in a 4,000 cap. Mission Ballroom is amazing, but it was sold out. It's the crowd that makes it amazing. And it's a brand new venue. That was a great place. Don't get me wrong. But I love playing our smaller hometown bar shows just as much, as long as the energy is there. That's my answer.
That's a good point. There's something to be said about a great crowd versus a lame crowd. And we've had people say it to us, like, what is wrong with these people? Like, we'll play a show where like everybody's just kind of standing still. Like didn't you like pay for this? Like didn't you pay to like come have a good time? When the crowd is raging, the band is putting out energy, but when the crowd is raging and giving it back, that makes us go harder. So it's just like kind of synergy thing. And yeah, it's not necessarily about how big the venue is. If the there are like awesome, like really beautiful venues that are just awesome to play, and like the sound, things like that. But man, I would rather play to 100 people in a tiny room packed out than 1,000 cap room with 300 people there.
Yeah,
it's just,
that's the thing, is you got to fill them. You got to fill the big room, and it's not easy. It's not easy to do, and there's a lot of expectation that comes with that.
There's when you're in a band and you're plotting out your tour, consider know your numbers, know kind of where you are, because having some rad venues on the tour schedule is a good look for sure, but it's a better look when you go play a smaller place and you have that sold out tag. You can start saying sold out, sold out, sold out, even though it's 150, 200 cap. That's all that matters. That's all the promoters care about. It's sold out. You know what I mean? And that's what's going to generate that buzz and make people next time go, oh man, I better get tickets right now. And then you grow, you upgrade organically, and you're not trying to put yourself in some big room and then you look dumb when 100 people show up, in a 500 cap room, because it's not a good look when you're out there and you're like, oh, there's like nobody here, like, oh, there's 150 people here, but this is like an 800 cap room. It's like you don't want to grow too crazy.
It's like a turtle or a fish. It grows to its surroundings. It's like a fish will only grow as big as if you put it in a bowl.
Here we go. There we go, Rob. That's what I was looking for, Rob Duderman. Under promise, over deliver.
Duderman. This man right here knows his stuff.
We need every band in the world, every band in the country needs this guy right here promoting their shows. This guy's amazing.
He's a machine. That I've talked about it before in other podcasts, but we got our band off the ground through playing Duderman shows and promoting Duderman shows, and knowing that he's the guy promoting. That's how I knew what shows were coming through. It's because him and his team were always out there grinding, and I knew actually I would sit in. So people might not know we have the same manager, Howi and I. And I would sit in his car smoking roaches out of his ashtray while he would like be talking to handling stuff for your band. And he Duderman this, Duderman that, Duderman. I'm like, man, this Duderman deal, this must be a big thing. And I said something about it. He's like, oh, this guy does not fuck around. He's the guy. He's like Israeli.
That's exactly like more.
Yeah. And so I knew that's what we needed to do. And we joined his street team. We put out so many flyers, and that's how we got off the ground.
Yeah, he's I had a Duderman on my podcast a while back, and he gave out some wonderful tips and sort of let us into his process. And it's just, nobody does it like him. So literally we'll play shows with him and we'll bring 500 people out, and the place gets sold out. And if we could, if we did a show in the same market with someone else or on our own, it just wouldn't be the same, So thank you, Robert Duderman.
Yes, and his team too. He's got a whole squad.
Yeah, his whole team is hardcore too, man. That whole machine goes hard.
They're family.
Absolutely. So it's hard to talk about what's next, because no one knows, right? I mean, we're just going to keep creating. That's a given.
I think it'll be interesting to stay afloat. I sent you a text the other day how proud of you I was for all your content, and I feel like we're not pushing as much out as we should, but we are working on it. It's just in other people's hands right now, and I think it's going to be like you said, a lot of bands are going to break up. I hope they don't. You don't want to see that, but with so much uncertainty and only so many opportunities, I think a lot of bands won't be able to handle the demands. I can say that's not going to happen to us. You can't break up this machine. It's just not going to happen.
No, you guys are too hungry, man.
Very, very hungry, especially after that Pepper tour. I mean, geez, that thing was I think only 5 dates didn't sell out, and I'm ready to do that some more.
I will say that what I want artists and other creatives to understand is that just because you don't have a big studio or something like that, to put on some big show or anything like that as a live stream, you don't need that. Everything is content. You wouldn't believe it. I went live of me signing these CDs for people last year and just talking what's up guys, and everyone loved it. It's, you're talking about staying relevant, staying on top of it. Really anything is content, as long as you just you feel comfortable putting it out there. You could be doing the most mundane thing, and it's just literally just you pulling your phone out, setting it up, and just talking to people, man. It really, you stay in touch, and I just want to make sure the artists and other creators know that. Don't feel like you need to wait for some big production. It's as simple as pulling out your acoustic, setting up your phone, and just going. Just make it happen. Just do it. And not even, you don't even need your acoustic. Just like I said, just talking, and just asking questions. And I've seen like you put up like little ask me a question, and you just answer questions for an hour or something on your story, just staying in touch, staying engaged. That is, that's all you can really ask for, right now. And the more creative you can get with it, the better it's going to be, but don't wait for that big production studio to bring you in and do a live, this isn't just for you guys. It's just for everybody out there that wants to keep the connection. Keep it.
Hang on, I'm trying not to lose you.
I feel like we're seeing like all of your house today.
Yeah, this is my studio. My used to be studio. It's partially my son's playroom now because I work out of my camper. But I was trying to find the internet and get to my charger. It just wasn't working. So I'm just gonna stand. That's just. Can you hear me? We're good.
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Sick.
Oh, you like that mic control,
yeah.
Robert Duderman? Yes, son. David says, "Can we get a Ballyhoo Kash'd Out tour when we get back to normal?" Hell yeah, we can.
I'd say it's probably the easiest one for us to make happen.
It's literally me going,
at all.
"Hey man, Greg, you want a tour?" And you're like, "Yep." And we're like, "All right," and we just hang up.
See you there. It's not far off from that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I'm really hoping that, obviously everyone's hoping that things get back to normal soon, but I'm trying to be reasonable about the expectations, I feel like summer is probably called. Like I just feel like we're looking at September, October, November at this point.
Yeah. It's
trying to be reasonable with it. I hope it's sooner, but I just don't see things getting normal. Like I don't see people like being in large groups by August, July.
I don't either. I'm if really it's up to the agents. The agents are like, it's kind of a free for all now. I imagine for them it's like very scattered, and I know a lot of them like aren't even with agencies. I mean, a lot of companies let a lot of people go. So if they say it's time, I'm going. They know more than me, and I hope that if we say we're going, that all of you guys join us, and maybe we can still wear gloves and be 6 feet apart if that's what we have to do. But I want to play, and if we have to keep doing live streams, then we'll keep doing live streams. There's no way to know.
Yeah. I mean, for now, this is what we're doing. We're live streaming. We're all content creators now. If we weren't before, you got to be a content creator now. That's just, everything's moved online. And like I'm lucky to have already been doing this. I started this back in January, with the YouTube channel. I was always making content, but like started going hard at it last January. So it kind of already had this built in. But if you weren't doing it before, you absolutely need to be doing it now, making videos, going live, whatever. That is how we stay relevant.
Yeah, that's like, I think you'll see a lot of stuff. Three of my guys live together, so I imagine they've probably already got a bunch of ideas for content, and they're big personalities, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot.
I would love to see like a video podcast of some of your guys. Joey would be yeah. You should have Joey go live.
We will. He's such a character that we don't don't know what exactly he's going to say. Would you mind grabbing my charger?
He's a liability.
Yeah, he's not. No, yeah, it's not that bad. But still, when he gets in his zone, he can. It's just, hey, if you tune into that podcast, you know what you're getting into, and maybe you don't, but you'll soon find out. But I think he should have one.
Nick is quite thirsty.
I don't know what that.
He's just gorgeous. He's handsome.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
I thought that meant. I thought that meant something else. Oh well. Either way, Nick should stay hydrated.
People want to do him. I think that's what thirsty means.
And are they talking about my Nick or your Nick?
Probably both are Nicks.
Yeah, they're like the same guy.
Yeah, they're like the same guy. They're both handsome.
They got muscles.
I was looking at some questions here. Yeah, if you got any questions for Greg here, shoot.
Ask away. The world is your oyster. I'm a open book. I love some Joey too. He's a good dude. I love all my guys.
Don says your hair is majestic.
Thank you.
Agreed.
Today it is. I got the wind helping me out. This is good. This is as good as it gets. I don't have access to my hair product on tour as much as I'd like to. A lot of people give me stuff, but it ends up in the back of the van or it explodes. So this is when the getting's good.
Will Johnson get on a podcast?
He's talking about Jackson. That's Duderman's name for Jackson.
Oh, he calls him Johnson.
Yeah. He does. Yeah, maybe. I'm sure we'd have like a. I don't know if we could do a podcast as good as you do it, Howie.
That's where you're. Stop thinking like that. Just do it.
That's the problem.
That's the problem, man. That's everyone's problem. That's why people don't do what they want to do, is because they're worried about what everybody else is going to say. Just fucking do it. You guys, do the dumb puns that you come up with like on the reg, and mostly you get sad faces for. It's still entertaining. I love it. I think it's great. But the rest of my band and stuff, whenever you make a pun, it was like, shut up, Greg, but like people would love that shit. Joey, like, you guys should do the Kash'd Out fucking Secret Stash podcast, bro. Like, that would be insane.
Right. Okay.
Come on, man.
Maybe.
I need everybody to write to Greg.
It does have a nice ring to it.
Hit Greg in the DM today and tell him that you want to see the Secret Stash podcast.
All right. If that happens, if you guys will listen, I'll do. I mean, what the hell else?
Robbie, everyone knows what I'm talking about. Everybody that knows you knows what's up. And I love this picture, Robbie, by the way. That's a thirsty pic right there.
Podcast. I did talk about doing it with Greg from Fortunate Youth. I'm at least going to have a segment because we were talking and somebody said, oh, you guys should have a podcast. And I said we should call it 2 G's in a Pod.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
You got some great ideas. Here we go.
So at least have good title.
Jack says, Greg, what was your favorite song to write to date?
Oh. Well, dude, I have like 120 songs. To pick one would be hard, but I would say right now, my current favorite, nobody can hear it. Maybe I'll do it live on that podcast. Is this track called Lemon Pie that I wrote. It's not my song, but my buddy Lil Paca Roots sent me a track that he was collaborating with someone else on, and so right now the production of it is like getting worked out, but and it's mainly for him. So, but maybe I'll feature on it. I'm not really sure
What happened? I bet his did his battery die in his laptop? No. Well, you heard it here, folks. This has been the Tales from the Green Room podcast, episode number 113 with Greg Shields. It's 420, and this started and ended just like it probably should have. I'll give it another minute here. Come on, Greg. Everybody say, come on, Greg. Let me text him. Bruh. Let's see. Laptop die. Oh man, good times. Yeah, I think his laptop died. He disappeared. Well, that was a solid hour, 20 minutes with Greg Shields, everybody. This is live television. What are you going to do, Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. I guess we'll retire. I'm just waiting to see if he gets us back or not. Everybody go make sure you follow Kash'd Out, and Greg Makes Music is his handle. I want to thank Greg for coming on the show and spending a little bit of 420 with us. And I know he's going to go fishing. Oh wait, what's this? He looks like he's coming back. Device is not connected. You see. Oh wait, here he is. Oh, you're back. He's back.
Got it. Sorry. My bad.
What'd you do, man?
I thought I had more time on the dying battery.
I knew it. Everybody knew it.
Yeah. It happened to me the last time I was on one of these too. It was just terrible.
Everyone knew it. I was like preparing the sign off and everything. I was just trying to bullshit.
No.
I was trying to bullshit as long as I could.
No,
and then I was like, all right, I guess we're out of here.
No. So where were we?
I don't remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about lemon pie.
Lemon pie.
Duderman asked if I can grow this mustache. I don't think so. It's already in my mouth. It's like, this thing is bothering me. I even tried, because Duddy said it feels real good when you comb it. I even tried that. And that was just, I don't know. Not a mustache guy. Maybe if I cut it off, like, right there. But then my problem is, so my nose is crooked. See this?
Mm-hmm.
And my mustache didn't get the memo. So it's like, I've been fighting this my whole life. Look, that's how it should be. Maybe I should get some like, hey.
It's Big D, everybody.
What up?
What's going on?
Oh shit, not much.
You look
I'm losing internet. Huh.
You look grass fed.
Yeah. What day is it?
What year is it? I feel like I'm in Jumanji.
Nice.
What's going on?
What are you doing today?
Sitting around right now, trying to figure out how I'm gonna get power going and back to the studio.
Oh man, yeah, I need some drum tracks from you, sir.
I'm trying. I need to get this outlet fixed.
What are you guys tracking?
A bunch of stuff.
A bunch of stuff, man. We're in like a video game remake mode. We're about to do some jams from back yonder.
We realize that remakes are all the rage right now. And so we're going to go back and we're going to remake some songs.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. I'm thinking
release them.
Yeah, the front porch. I thought about using that hook that you added on there 10 years ago. You remember this?
Yeah, I do. I do remember that.
I can't sing it, bro.
I remember it well.
It's so
come on.
high. You have
No
such a high
way.
register.
I'll just change the key.
You gotta live it up, live it up.
before you
Never
gotta
gonna give it up,
give it up.
give it
Yeah.
up. I'm just gonna take my time. Dude, that was sick. It's sick, but I
Dude.
can't do it. I can't pull it off.
That
Yeah,
was like
just
the reason that we met, I think, or how
was-
you guys agreed to come work with little old me and Mike Stevie.
Yeah, it was you we were kind of just seeing what you can do. And we're like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, I remember that well. Well, if you want to do it, I believe in you. See, hey, if I got to do this podcast,
I wish your belief in me made me sing better. Like my biology would shift and I could sing higher.
no, you do it. You can do it.
I can do falsetto, but it wouldn't be. You have a powerful high voice. I don't. I'd be like,
You can modify the key. Nobody's gonna get mad at you.
definitely, you got some range on
I
you
like
for
the
sure.
key that it's in though. That's the what I'm saying.
It is a great song.
I'm just
regardless.
making excuses, everybody.
It didn't need my
why
voice.
things don't get done because I make excuses. Yeah. So Sue's Donald gets the power fixed at his house. We'll
It looks like you got a solution here. Somebody says they'll come fix it.
Oh, look at that. We got
Kyle Ryman. Says
Kyle, are you local?
Oh, you're the local Deanian.
Mr. Fix It?
Yeah, dude. It's like the breaker keeps. Hey, if we're doing this right now, the breaker keeps tripping in the bathroom as well. And for some reason, it's routed down here to this outlet. Help me! All right, that's enough. And back.
Hey, who's another fucking pod smoker I can bring into this podcast right now?
Pod smoker.
Why not? Who else can I bring in here?
Is Ted around?
Ted, I don't know. Let me text him.
Teddington.
Let's see. I'm gonna call him.
Bring one of my guys.
Yeah, Greg, look at this shit. Hold on. Let me flip this shit. I don't know, you might not be able to see. Yeah, look, I got my. Dude, I learned this from going to your guys' studio. That's my open. I just opened up.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Nice. Do you put a blanket over it too, or no? You just.
No, I just leave it just like that. We'll show you like all the stuff that we're recording right now is off of this kit right now. So
Is that the DW?
couple Focusrite.
No,
that's actually my neighbor. When I moved into this house here, he gave it to me. He's a drummer too. Go figure, right?
Do you want to be on our podcast right now?
Yeah, he was like, I got to get rid of it. My wife. I was like, I'll take it.
All right,
cleaned it up, put some new heads on
I'm gonna
it.
send you a link, bro.
Oh, we got a visitor.
Uh-oh.
All right, like right now. I'm gonna send you a link. You click it, and it'll just.
I can hear his.
Yeah.
It's such
Got
a
a-
low
that's
sound.
got
Okay.
voice, bro. All right, this is happening right now. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna hang up. Hit this link that I sent you. All right, bye. All right, we're about to be joined by Ted Bowne, everybody.
Sweet.
I love it. This is what the 420 podcast is supposed to be about.
Oh wait, I can smoke out here. I totally forgot.
Nice.
I'll go get my CBD pen, everybody. I'll join you. It's got 10 milligrams in it, THC. So
Yeah.
Yes. Oh no. Wait, I think I got it like a roach.
how many people can I have in this thing? Let me see.
Oh fuck. Dude. I smoked all my roaches like way down.
Everyone watching this is like, what is going on?
Oh, look. Also, look. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I'm already wearing it.
Nice. This is the weakest 420 bill I've ever passed.
Up. There he is.
I'm here.
Hey,
Ted!
Ooh.
Hey guys.
It's Ted Bowne, everybody.
happy holidays.
Oh yeah, we're celebrating. We just went to the weed store.
What'd you
You
get?
got to exit.
I'll show you.
Exit your mic, bro.
I'll show you. I got weighing in at 29.75 We got
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
Phantom Cookies.
Phantom Cookies?
Phantom Cookies.
Can you hear me,
And
Donald?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Soul Safari.
Soul Safari.
That's
Yeah.
weird. I can hear everyone but him.
Is my audio on?
Yeah, it's on. It's
I can hear you. They can't hear you apparently. Donald and
I can
I,
hear
I
you.
have
I don't know
I
what's
have
going
farm
on.
internet. So this is
Yep.
Hennessy OG.
Hennessy OG.
Hennessy OG.
All right.
That one's a 23.5er. And then we got Sour Diesel, pre-rolls.
Sour D's.
Yeah, and we're smoking that Soul Safari right now.
What is I wish like so you guys can't hear Ted right now? Greg and Donald?
I can hear him. I can hear him.
You can
I
hear
don't
him.
know.
Donald
I
can't
don't know
hear.
why I can't. Yeah.
Bree says hi to everybody.
Bree says hi. Why
Hi,
can't
Bree.
Donald hear him?
She right there.
Hey Bree.
What up?
Mrs. Bowne.
Say hey, Mrs. Bowne.
Donald's spinning.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
What is happening right now?
Donald, did you dye your hair blonde?
Oh, there we go.
He says, Donald, did you dye your hair blonde?
Oh yeah, no. Guess what? I Rachel gave me her phone. Now it's backwards.
So her phone just automatically
bleached
dyes
it,
your hair
yes.
blonde.
This is so weird. Yeah, it's delayed. I can't deal with that.
It's weird. Why? I don't know why you can't hear him. I'm gonna send a heated email to StreamYard.
Come on, StreamYard.
I hear you guys in real time.
Hey, Greg and Ted, look.
Look at that. That wasn't even
Nice.
planned. Yeah, see the
Nice.
Brady Bunch shit right
What?
now.
I
Are you
slept
showing
in
us-
that last night.
I gotta like zoom in for mine.
I slept inside you. I mean,
This is strange.
I don't know what I was
So-
smoking back in the day, but this
It's a
is
420 pod.
so Howie, let's get real. You don't really smoke that much weed. But
I don't smoke really any weed, bro.
Are you going to get high today?
Oh, you can see
No,
that.
I was just telling them I got a CBD pen. It's got like 10 milligrams of THC in it.
Oh, I thought that was a joke.
No, it's true.
That'll get Howie so stoned.
Yeah. Just feel like
Maybe if I leave and then come back.
I mean, do what you want, Donald.
try leaving and coming back, Donald.
All right. Wow.
And then there were 3.
And then
Are we
there-
getting a live performance? Are you about to give us a live performance? Oh no,
Nah,
we're taking
I
a
just
bike
need
ride
some-
in your house.
Yeah, I need something to sit on. Ah, that's much better.
Welcome to Greg's MTV Cribs. I can ride my
Yeah.
bike around my room.
Dude, I got this new set. You missed it, but I got it. This thing is pimped. Dude. I'm gonna just show you. Fuck. Look at this thing.
Show me.
Can you see it?
How about now?
I don't even
No.
know.
Oh, there it goes. It works now.
Yeah, everybody can hear.
Look at this thing.
Oh yeah, that's
Zoom
sweet.
back in from my crazy basement.
It's a lowrider.
So, we're ignoring all these fine people out here. Let me see.
Yeah, how do we see the chat? Okay.
Yeah.
Chat live comments. Oh, I see. Oh, Danielle says hi, Bree.
Hey.
Danielle's
John
cry
said,
laughing
Howie,
right
will
now.
Donald always have a mic at the shows? Please say yes. Yeah, dude. F yeah. I always said that you should.
I always
then we
said
did
too.
it. And now everybody else says that you should.
I want to hear that part
Yeah.
on. I'm going. What's it? I'm going out of my mind. It's like he's like. "Ah!"
Did
Oh,
you see
at the
Donald
very
Trump's
end, yeah.
post, his tweet?
I didn't
Hold on.
see that tweet.
Anyone caught smoking mids today will be deported.
That's the best thing he said all year.
No, he didn't actually say that, but it'd be cool if he did.
I wouldn't be fucking shocked. What is this on?
This is your podcast, right?
This is my pod. It's on Facebook.
Go to
and,
his Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah. What are the people saying? What do they want from us?
let's see. Howie, I know you don't smoke. I know this, but I'm gonna get you high today. Yep.
Oh, okay. That's the
some
line
power.
for Friday. I know you don't smoke, but I'm gonna get you high today.
Get you high today? No. I'm totally fine with it. I'm the type that like when I get high, I like am no good to no one, and I have to be on point all the time. Like I work constantly, and I always got shit to do. And if I smoke weed, I'm out. Like, and there goes my day.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Done.
Kind of like when Alex eats weed.
Like, Alex, dude, Alex is one. When Alex, oh my God, when Alex is high, you can see his eyes, his whole demeanor, everything changes. He's just like,
yeah.
He also makes it known too that because like I always know when Alex is high because he'll tell me. He's like, I just walk around smoking weed. Everybody knows, but he'll be like, Greg,
dude, I'm sorry.
I'm high right now. I'm high. Good job, Alex.
Yeah.
Well, this is great. What is? Let's see, dude. Ted, that new Passafire song, "Sleepless" is fire. I was so stoked when you guys played that one in One Love.
Starred.
No, he was starred.
He was
starred, bro.
He was starred.
Gold star.
I was playing autocorrect, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, he's probably talking into the phone, like dictation, because if you say pacifier into the phone, it automatically does that. Or he just doesn't know how we spell our band name. Either way, thanks, man. That's really cool.
At least he's listening. That's all that matters.
I'm starred that you were starred.
I'm starred too.
You get a gold star for that.
Mrs. Spangler says, "Hi, love."
Oh,
there he is.
Hey.
Oh,
is
hey
she
there.
also sitting really close to you?
No, she's maybe about 10 feet away over there.
Okay. My wife is commenting from about 1 foot away.
Oh,
so
Ted, yeah.
Go ahead. I gotta go back into the chat.
It is a beautiful song.
Rachel says, "Say hi to Bree."
Look at this! Look at this thirsty pic of Robbie, everybody.
Oh, she was saying that to Bree. She said.
Throbby says, "Sleepless" is a beautiful song. Thank you, Throbby.
He said Throbby. No,
he's trying to jump ship again. Look at that.
Throbert.
I'm just looking at the comments.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that as well.
So I've said this already, but one of the best shows I've ever seen was Ballyhoo, Kash'd Out, and Passafire in Portland, Oregon. Did you enjoy it as much as we did last August? Michelle Richards. Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, we did.
Fuck yeah, we did.
Always.
Where did we play at?
Portland. It was that Hawthorne Theater. Is that right?
No. Mm-hmm. Where the hell did we play at in Portland? Oh, it was was it the downstairs at the Roseland?
No, bro. It was that place that had that outdoor.
Yes, it was the Star
Theater.
Star Theater. Yeah, I was so starred about it.
I was starred as well.
Portland always goes hard. I love Portland.
Yeah.
Rob Duderman says, "So many Spanglers."
Yeah.
Get the other one. Get him on.
I'm saying.
Got to get my son.
Yeah.
Bring him into this. Let's see.
No, maybe not.
Okay. What green room has the best dick drawing? Says Riley.
Ooh.
What was that one that had dicks all over the fucking walls, dude? It was
think
like,
that's
remember Soapbox?
Profit Bar in Dallas, bro.
It had like dinosaur dicks, like good Godzilla dick.
They had the helicopter.
Yeah, oh, that's
Oh,
right.
you
Yes,
can't
the
stop
helicopter.
Band names written in dicks.
Yeah.
Do you guys
not a good
remember
green
the
room without dicks.
Soapbox in Wilmington?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that place.
That green room, if you played the upstairs, they gave you a green room that was like on the floor below it, and it was like an office kind of room. Literally every space on the wall was covered in cocks. And
Wait, you guys get green rooms? Fuck.
I think the internet's going down when I go out there.
Yeah.
We share them with you when we can.
Yeah, you guys are actually really good about it. Everybody's been really good. We haven't had a bad.
It sucks when there's one green room and you're on tour with a bigger band that has a nice vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't let you
$420
in the green room.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, when we get to that point with the bus and all that, like, I hope that we also still have a place inside of the building to chill, because you don't always like to be cooped up on your travel home situation. But and at that point, you can sort of call those shots, and I understand it. It's how it goes.
it's how it goes,
But-
hon.
How it goes.
Hey, Gigs.
Unless you just do a whole tour with no green rooms anyway, and then there's no point in arguing.
That might be what we're looking at. Yeah.
The no green room tour. Actually,
Yeah.
this is like this tour that we're all on right now, the live stream, like in your bedroom tour, is the coolest tour. I hate to admit it, but it's like the coolest tour I've been on in a really long time.
Big green.
It's true. It's the most comfortable.
Doing the couch tour. I had another
Yeah.
Spangler, Duderman.
Oh, there you go.
There's one.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hi.
So you enjoying
How's it going?
Friday?
Good. Good.
Is Howie homeschooling you about rock and roll yet?
No.
You know about rock and roll. What are you talking about? He plays. He likes Blink-182. He likes Neck Deep. He listens to a lot of hip hop, but
Nice.
he has appreciation for punk rock, which is great.
Solid. What's your favorite hip hop right now?
You wouldn't know it.
It's something super obscure.
Like Arizona Reserve Bus and Roddy.
I know
Ricch.
Arizona Verse. Roxanne. All she wanna do is party all night.
You know,
He likes XXX Station.
what you need?
Who else?
Oh, he's just right there.
Good.
He said Eminem's kind of good. Hey, it's another Spangler, Kellen.
Oh man.
What's up, dude?
It's Bring Your Spangler to Work Day.
Say what's up. They're saying what's up. He's
like-
can't hear anything. Is he driving right there?
Yeah.
All right, where's Bob?
Bob, show us Bob.
He's right here.
Yeah, let's see Bob.
How do you flip? Oh, there you go.
Right on the bottom there. Here. Oh, look at
Puppy dog.
that. Puppy.
Little
Good dog.
Bob.
Bob Cam. Oh, he
Oh,
ain't
he's
little. He's a
Aw,
big boy.
Look at that big boy.
Big boy.
Oh, look at that face.
That's a cute face.
There he is.
Barley.
Bob just had
Barley.
let's see. There we go. Bob just got bit by, or like stung by a bee or bit by a spider or something. He broke out in hives.
no.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
And we had to take him to the pet ER, but they gave him some shots and he's all good now. But he was like covered in bumps. It was crazy.
Oh, man. Ted, what state are you in that you can buy a dispensary like that?
What state? The great state of Maryland.
Don't you forget it.
Hey.
Same state.
I will
Same
say
state as these Spanglers.
Maryland
Yeah.
has some of the best weed. Y'all,
Yeah.
Maryland doesn't fuck around. You wouldn't think it'd be coming from Maryland, but there's some heat.
It's highly regulated. Everything is very, very enforced as far as like the quality. And we just went to a drive-through because our dispensary is drive-through right now. So you basically just go up, you drive up, they come out, they give it to you, you order it online. It's insane.
That's awesome.
When you went to your doctor to get your card, were you like, my foot hurts? And he's like, all right, here's your weed.
No,
Here you go.
I told him that I was diagnosed with ADHD, and I never really liked how Adderall or Ritalin worked with me. And I read a lot about how cannabinoids replace the receptors that Ritalin and Adderall do not. And I actually went in there with like a bunch of like info, and he was like, yeah, whatever, and just like wrote it down. Like, you can go today.
Yeah, that was my point, is that you can literally go in and be like, oh yeah, my elbow, I scratched it.
Yeah.
And he's
If
like,
He was
okay.
like, you studied way too hard for this. Get out of my office.
If you have $60 to $120, you're good.
Yeah, pretty much.
I remember when it went legal in Denver or in Colorado. We were in Denver, and I went in. It was like, I think it was like the first month that it was legal there in 2014, I think, something like that. Was that right?
Something like that.
Yeah, I bought some. It was like $14.95, like plus tax.
Yeah.
I got a receipt and everything. I was like, this is legit. And it was like, you walk in and it's like the bud tenders are there, and it's like being at like a bar or something, or like getting coffee. It's like you just they tell you all about it, and it's all legit.
There's a place in Baltimore that's supposed to be opening soon that's like an actual, like a bar where you would go. They don't serve alcohol, but you can get a water and you can sit at the bar and they'll serve different like concentrates and different things, like a very high scale kind of like coffee shop type thing. But I heard it's happening in like Federal Hill in Baltimore.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm about to make a trip down there.
That's going to be the next level, when you can actually go out and socialize with cannabis and not, have to be confined to your home or private space. But at the same time, we all must be respectful of those who don't enjoy cannabis or the smell of it, and, keep section. The regulation, like I said, in Maryland, regulation has made it really great.
Yeah. I think if you have respect and you're not putting in someone's face that doesn't want it, it can be a good thing.
For sure.
Is there any more questions on there?
Let me see.
What
Who's got questions?
Donald?
Who wants to know things? Everybody out there on YouTube and Facebook land, who wants to know things?
What did you say, Ted?
Chat.
Oh.
Trey says, Donald, you won't do it.
Oh, Trey. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Are you right? Are you a prophet?
No questions.
What is Passafire working on right now?
Yeah, what's that?
We have a song that is in like the last mixing stage that will go to mastering soon, and putting that out in the next couple months. Haven't really nailed down a date yet. It's the song that we recorded in New Orleans after our last tour with you guys.
Cool.
So, it's been a while since we actually recorded it, but putting that out, and then after that, we kind of need to go back to the drawing board and come up with some new stuff, but we haven't been able to convene because we don't live in the same towns. So
this is where you can really take advantage of the whole quarantine thing, bro. Those videos, like we're doing some videos right now where everybody's in their own space filming and recording themselves, and I'm going to put it all together. I'm going to bring it back to the lab, put it through the back computer, and then we're going to have a dope little quarantine video.
I'm sure you saw Goldfingers recently.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, we're doing this.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
They killed it, man.
Yeah, we need to do that stuff. We have been sharing ideas for songs and stuff, and just discussing next steps. But a lot of the discussions are more towards getting back on the road and when that's going to be, and what we do to make money in between. And this is exactly what you do, is get your YouTube views up and, do live streams.
Yeah, it's all moved on the onlines. Jennifer wants to know, what songs from each other's bands would you like to cover? This is a good one.
I wouldn't even attempt
You
to
go
cover
first.
a Passafire song. You guys are way too skilled for that.
Which one?
All of them.
Which would you like to cover?
Oh.
I would want to do
No.
either Start from Scratch or
Probably
or
so.
Barcelona.
Do it.
It'd be fun. For Kash'd Out. Oh man.
I don't know.
I mean,
the songs.
I could easily cover Being Easy.
Yeah. That would be easy,
It
wouldn't
would be.
it?
I want to cover Weed Man, but I don't know if I can hit that note.
That's what I'm saying.
You guys, you can change the key of songs. You know this.
Oh, yeah.
You know this more so than I. You can.
I
do
know,
this.
but I would want it to be authentic.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but that is like it's ridiculously high.
It really is.
Every
Melodyne
time.
help out with that, or you just?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
you
can
do
hit
live.
it. I can hit it, but every time I'm like, it's hit or miss. It's like there's a 60% chance that if I drink red wine beforehand, I'm pretty good because it's
Smooths it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a anti-inflammatory.
Nice.
So, but if I don't have the wine, it's like I don't know. That's why this last tour I didn't smoke with anybody, so I didn't get sick, and
Yeah.
I was on it for most of the time. A couple times I'll be like. Like
My weed man.
Yeah. It happens. I'm not gonna lie, and I just gotta act like it doesn't when it does.
Riddle
So
with
you
bullets and Weed Man.
Nice.
I would say a Ballyhoo track. I would do start from scratch if I could, but I can't. And I would say Ballyhoo. I would do. I think I would do either the front porch or I would cover Ross Vader because I started jamming that. Maybe I'll do a Ross Vader thing.
And that was Jen Keene.
Yeah.
What's up, Jen?
That was
How
a
you
great
doing?
question. That was awesome. Yeah, I'd said something about that a couple weeks ago on one of my streams, like how fun it would be to like have all their friends' bands like cover each other, in the studio. Just pick a song from, Passafire, Bumpin' Uglies, Kash'd Out, Tropidelic. Like everybody mixes it up. It'd be fun to kind of see what would happen with that.
Yeah. I got out every now and then. I get out my old video camera from old Passafire days and all the stuff even before that, and I've been re-inspired to like try and actually put together a documentary about Passafire and include footage from everybody from childhood, like all the dumb stuff that we used to do, what led us to become where we are now. And like I have so much footage. And I'm sure Bree is bored to death of it, but I've just been going through and watching footage from like high school, pulling pranks in high school and making stupid little movies with my friends and stuff. Like that is definitely a project that I can actually like reasonably take on right now because of this extra time.
That would be awesome, dude. I know your fans.
I'm sure you guys. I'm sure the Spanglers have a bunch of old like high 8, the Super 8mm videos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a whole box of VHS.
Yeah. A whole box of VHS from the high school and shit. Remember we have two volumes of
Dickin' at Howie's
1 and 2.
Weekend at Howie's.
Dickin'. Like
Dickin' around.
Just Dickin' at Howie's.
Like the first sequence is
Howie's.
it's like the Saturday Night Fever record. Like the whole first sequence is us doing stupid shit to that.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
We have all kinds of footage of us goofing off with our friends, like at home. And even before that, like when we were like 14 and 15, like goofing off, like making sketches and stuff, like SNL style, in our basement. And it's just a matter of like transferring it all and doing something fun with it. I wish we had YouTube back then, because we'd have been famous. Just
I actually have. Hold on. I have a box right here. Oh.
Aubrey says, "Do your kids know that y'all are famous, or is it that's just what?" Okay, well, that's a question for Draven then. What do you think about your dad being, kind of famous?
You never talk about your famous. I mean, I guess, yeah, a little bit.
Do you think it's cool that people listen to our songs, or are you just like, yeah, whatever, Dad?
It's cool, of course.
Do you tell all your friends how cool I am at school?
Of course.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You better.
What does Kellen think, Donald?
It's just my job.
It's your job.
Yeah, he has no
Daddy's
interest.
go to work.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
I've seen videos of Greg and his kid doing
Yeah.
all kinds of funny stuff.
He's
That's I don't have a kid, but I think Bob thinks that what we do is really great.
Hey Ted, can you do us a favor for 420 to really round out the podcast today? Could you put
What's that?
a hat, sunglasses, and a scarf on your dog?
Yeah.
Look at all the states. Oh, look at Landon. Oh my God, he's
There
so
he
huge.
Hey, so
Oh, there he is. What's up, man?
do you think
Oh, man.
I'm famous?
Here, come here.
It really is. Bring your
Kinda.
son to work today.
And
Also- Here with Bob.
what was the question again?
Does he? Oh wait. Does he know that you're? Yeah. Do they
No.
know that you're famous?
Oh, okay. Am I famous or is this just like what I do for work?
Is it the back side or this
Oh,
side?
why are you gonna be all shy? You're not even
I
shy.
can't make it.
Say hi to all.
At this point, Bob is more famous than I am. You can go check him out on Instagram.
Does he have an Instagram
Bob
account?
06.
I'm trying to.
Kind of.
We don't.
Does he really have an Instagram account? That's great. Look at all the family.
Yeah. Right.
Hey,
Seriously though, could you? I'll say it one more time. Could you, Ted, please put your dog in a hat, sunglasses, and a scarf?
Yes, dude.
For 420, please.
Animal and people clothes is the funniest thing ever.
Wait, these sunglasses.
He's doing it.
Hold on. I don't
Do you have like
a
a Gilligan
scarf.
hat you can put on him?
Anything. Hunter S. Thompson.
He's got
You got the
hats.
yellow shades.
Look,
Sam
I hear
Landon
Brandon,
is
what are you
Put a
huge.
hat and sunglasses on. Bob. Yeah. Oh, I've got it better than a hat.
Scarf or something.
All right, hold on.
Keep it on.
Hold on.
Greg, you gonna dress up like Logan Rex for Halloween this year?
No, I don't. She nailed it, but I don't think I can nail it.
She
But
did nail
maybe.
it. She did nail
She
it.
nailed
She looked just like Greg.
They all nailed it. Actually, they're all.
He's like, I don't know about
Yeah,
this.
he doesn't.
He don't want to
He
wear
doesn't
it.
do the sunglasses, but no, the helmet's
No.
not going to work. I was going to put a helmet on him.
Yes. Dark.
He's like, "What's going on?"
He's like, what are you doing, bro?
You look so offended.
All right,
Yeah, he
going back
does.
into my closet.
I was just
How
laying
dare
down.
you put your clothes on?
He's like, why does the human slave act like such an idiot?
He's got a jacket that he won't put on.
I love that.
He's got a jacket. Look at him. He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he won't put it on though.
What are you doing?
Oh, look at that puppy dog.
That's a cute dog.
Yeah, so sunglasses fail. He'd probably do a scarf.
He's like,
That's
what are
all
you
good.
doing, man?
Let's not torment the poor boy. Donald, what are you eating?
Huh?
What are you eating?
I'm not eating anything. Does it look like I'm eating something?
I guess
I'm
it looks like
chewing
you're
on my
chewing. I
tongue.
don't know. Are we taking a trip of the tour of the Passafire?
Yes.
I think they're talking about me because I have gum in my mouth.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
We we have to talk about the Portland show for Cat.
Oh,
Was this the
Portland
so this is the
was-
one that had that outside patio, right? Where the merch was? Is that correct?
He's not worried about Fortnite right now, bud.
Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong internet.
You need to get on the right internets.
What's happened?
We flossed him.
He's on
If you
that farm
lost
internet. But yeah, I'm pretty sure
Hey,
we
Talk
were.
about the Portland show.
She looks extra fucking.
The Star Theater has that outside area where everybody chills, and there's like the merch out there. Is that right?
Star Theater.
You
Yeah.
just described like half the venues.
I'm having a hard time remembering. I like if it's the venue I'm talking about. That was a great show, and the outside was cool, and yeah, it was awesome.
I don't ever remember the venues.
Or was that with Expendables?
Trying to.
No, I'm pretty sure
That's
it was.
cool.
With,
There we go. Okay.
That's a cool painting.
oh, that's nice. That's real nice.
That's a Salisbury native Afro lurker. If you just look up lurker on Instagram, he's got a lot of cool stuff for
Yeah,
sale.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's really neat. Little Spangler, do you play Fortnite or Roblox?
Yeah, I play Fortnite.
Yeah, Draven plays Fortnite. I think Kellen does as well.
Yeah. He has something to tell Draven too. He's like, I got something to tell Draven about Fortnite.
What does he want to tell him?
I don't know. So he ran back inside.
Oh, okay.
He's all over the place.
Let's see. What is this, Greg? What is adoption at the Pepper Show? What is this?
Adoption? Oh
Did you get adopted by them?
no. We helped announce these kids getting adopted.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we just wanted to have us a part of it, and we were happy to do it. So, congratulations again if you're watching.
Awesome.
Obviously, you're
That's cool.
watching. Yeah.
we had to do a gender reveal in Annapolis one time.
Oh, that's fun.
That's
It was kind of strange, but it was cool. It was totally the opposite of what they thought it was.
We
gonna
never
be.
mind like being in those positions. They are like a little. It's like, oh, all right, we'll do them, and we like to be a part of your life. If you're gonna remember that for the rest of your life, fuck it, yeah, let's do it.
You guys stand on birthday shout-outs.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
I'm all for birthday shout-outs.
A ball inside of Fortnite and another music live event.
Okay.
Oh, there's the Fortnite info.
Yep, I'm here in Fortnite.
Yeah, he said there's a purple ball in the sky for a new event or something.
Yeah.
On Fortnite and when you look up on the battle pass, you can see it. It's like a little purple circle in the sky.
He's gonna go check it out.
Let's see. Greg is
Go check
so
it out, man.
stoned.
Oh, come
Now I
on,
am,
Corey.
Yeah, it's the day. Tis the
Well,
season.
hold on. Back to the birthday shout-outs. What do you guys think about proposals?
I'm with Greg. Like, if you're gonna remember this for the rest of your life, then I'm for it. You know, it's just a matter of the proper planning. I actually was supposed to do it in Jacksonville for a couple, and I forgot. I totally forgot. And one of the dude's friends,
Oh no!
one of the dude's friends chased us down,
Oh,
came to the van and was like, "Bro," and he was like, kind of aggro about it, and I was like, "Yo, bro, you forgot about." I'm like, "Yo, relax. Like, I got a lot to remember, man. You know." And ended up going back in there and doing it like after the show was over, and shit. It was like, I hope that they still, you know, enjoyed it or whatever. But man, I felt bad. You know, I was like, "Fuck," because I told them we would do it. You know, but I think on the same on the same note, I feel like if you're gonna do that with a band, if you're gonna ask a band to do something like that for you, make sure you're in constant contact, because I didn't hear from them at all that day, and I forgot about it. You know, make sure you're in constant contact with the tour manager and the band, so that they know to do this, because you know it's easy to forget that stuff, and because we have a lot to think about all day long. We have a lot of shows and there's a lot of things going on, you know. And like I get like right now, I get a lot of like people asking for shout outs in like my DM, like, "Hey, can you send a message to my friend or whatever?" And I want to do it, but it's to be so much, and there's no organization in the DM, you know. It's like I can't remember it all the time, and then I feel bad, and like, you know. So please, like, don't take offense if the artist who has to do that said they were going to do it and they didn't do it. It's not that they don't want to do it most of the time. It's that they forgot because there's just so much going on. It's just hard to remember this stuff, you know? So I hope that people don't get mad about that shit. That's my only kind of thoughts on that, you know?
Yeah.
I think that people forget there's this.
We
Oh,
used
go
to
ahead.
do. I was gonna say we used to do proposals. We used to allow people to get up on stage and propose and all that. And like, first of all, it takes up like 5 to 10 minutes of a set time, and especially if you're an opener or a support. Like, there's not enough time to share with somebody for that purpose. Also, in going through my own journey of like how am I going to propose and all that, and like that, I think it's really important to propose not in front of a crowd of people, because you're going to get a different reaction if a girl is in front of 250, 500,000 people and somebody proposes. It's like, if she says no, she's the bitch. So she's going to say yes, but then there might be this awkward time afterwards. Like, just do it sincerely in a quiet place where it's just between you. That's my belief. Is like, don't do it at a show. But I get it that people want to get engaged to the music live, and there's a connection there. I get it. And if that's your thing, so be it. But we don't really do proposals anymore. Sometimes, but really not a lot at all.
Sometimes there's just not enough time, like you said, and if it's a headliner show, like, I'm usually for it. But if it's like we're opening for somebody, we're supporting, like, it's like, we ain't got time for that. I'm sorry, but it is nice when, couples will include us in their wedding, like with the music. They'll walk down the aisle to it or whatever, or walk out at the reception.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing to me, man. I'm grateful that anybody wants to bring us into their lives like that, make us a part of something so special,
Yeah. What were you going to say, Greg?
I was just when he was talking about the shout outs and the birthday shout outs, I was just thinking that, like, people often don't realize the headspace that we're in during a performance. It's not like there's a whole bunch of clarity and you're thinking clearly about whatever. At least for me, I'm in a daze. I'm like, I could barely look somebody in the eye. If we make eye contact, that's like, I'm surprised, because it's tunnel vision, basically. You're kind of like, especially if you have in-ears in. You're in your own
can't
little
hear.
world. Yeah, you're not, somebody could be yelling at you.
Yeah.
And I see your mouth moving. I just don't know. I don't hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then it's hard to pull yourself
Do you
out of
guys
it,
use
let alone
audience
remember
mics?
at a certain time that you got to say a certain name.
That's the best. We don't do audience mics. We were talking about maybe doing that though.
Yeah, we don't.
That makes a big difference for me, because it was weird at first getting into ears, but like still being able to hear the crowd and to be able to hear the sound of the PA in the room. Because that's immediately what you cut out when you go to ears, is like the sound reverberating off the back wall, like just the full experience of being in it. So I like the audience mics, and it helps me to hear what people are saying. But if somebody's standing right in the middle and the audience mics are really far off to the left and right, I can't hear what they're saying, and I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like, hold on, what? Okay.
You gotta love when the person in the front row is wasted and screaming at you something,
Trying to get
like,
you to play a song.
and you're just like, you're like, bro, I got a lot to do up here. I got a lot to remember. Like, I'm already forgetting lyrics. Like, come on.
Yeah, I had someone sneak up behind me, and I'm in the middle of playing a song, just get like punched in my rib cage, basically. And then I turn around, this girl's going, "Can you play Walk Away next?" I'm like, what the fuck? And unfortunately for us, the very next song was Walk Away. So now she probably thinks that kind of thing works.
Like, your mom plays Walk Away.
Yeah.
The best
go
is
all
when they
eighth grade
shout
on her.
out a word from the song that they think is the title. They're like, "Play Volcano! Play Volcano!" I'm like, we don't have a song called Volcano. They're like, "When the volcano erupts, don't." I'm like, okay, that's submersible, but you think it's called Volcano, so we'll play Volcano for you now.
That's awesome.
That's why I'll have songs that have like an entire line of the song is the title of the song. Alcohol is beautiful tonight. Play it like, oh, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
There's no discrepancies. That's great.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how long the song is. We always shorten it to one word for the set list. So I'm sorry for all the people that have collected set lists and they look at it and they're like, what is NEF? Like all like abbreviated everything.
I'm sure people have gotten our set list and like, what is boner?
Yeah.
Do you remember boner?
Yeah.
You guys remember boner?
Yeah, I have a whiteboard with your
Yeah.
your songs before they had titles,
Yeah.
and it's got. I shouldn't say it. I'm not gonna say it. For Dave.
Earmuffs.
Is it Bear?
Yeah, there's a bear in it.
Yeah, Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one with Bear in it. That one, I figured it out. That one became Bootleggers.
Yeah.
We have really ridiculous names. I remember one time, it might have been for Pineapple Grenade sessions, when they were still like we hadn't had full names, like actual names for the songs yet. And I asked you, I was like, "Hey, can you get the roughs to us, so I can give the guys for reference to listen to, to write more shit or whatever." And you changed all the song titles on the MP3s. And I'm like, I don't even know what this is. I don't know what song this is. Like, and then none of the guys did, You would like change all the names to like different puns and stuff. It's like, that's what he does.
Oh yeah, I do remember doing that.
Yeah, I still have them. They're on my hard drive. As the way you titled them, I have to look those up.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah, that's okay.
Hey, it worked out.
It's good.
You guys have been in the Adobe studio at Sonic Ranch.
Yeah.
They have the cow, or they have a like a cow couch.
Oh, to the right.
In there.
There no way there were two big
it's like
couches.
a couch and like it's
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of them it's faux cow. It's not real cow,
right.
but it's fake cow.
The cow.
And so the album, what was it? Everyone and Every Night. Original album name was Faux Cow Sofa.
Faux Cow Sofa.
Faux cow.
That's a cool title.
It was Faux Cow Sofa.
Wow.
And then at one point we were like, that is the dumbest title. We need to change it. We named it after a couch in the studio. This is so dumb.
That's amazing though. Kaylee says, next Passafire show, I'm yelling out, play Volcano.
You started something.
I think
That's
everyone
going to become a thing now.
Next
Great.
Passafire show, every Passafire show, I want everybody out there, someone to go, play Volcano.
It's on now.
You done fucked up.
That's good stuff.
Let's see.
Yep. Yeah, we should just start a bunch of things while we're off right now. Like tell people at the next show, you got to scream this. And then by the time we play these shows, people will get around. We'll all get around.
And then every song you'll have something. Like everybody yell out something through the whole show.
Yeah. At the next show, you got to bring a picture of your dog with sunglasses and a scarf.
Yes. That should be your next t-shirt. Is Bob in a sunglasses, hat, and scarf. Pacifier.
The seller.
He is very mascot.
Like that was the best idea.
Are you recording these ideas that we're coming up with?
You can come back and watch the podcast later if you like. So it was wonderful to see you all.
Yes. Thank you
It's cool
for
to be
having me.
Yeah.
What are your plans today? Everybody's got big plans. Calendars are packed, I'm sure. What are you guys doing today?
Well, I'm going to try to get my electric fixed, and then I'm going to try to record some drum tracks.
Yay.
I'm going fishing.
You going fishing?
Yeah, you're going to send me... I want to do the video thing.
It is almost done. Scott's doing his parts. He did his parts yesterday. And this week I'm going to be editing all those videos.
Okay.
And I will send it over to you. That's going to be fun.
All right.
Oh, that's right. You do Renegade, right?
Yep.
That's exciting.
Ted's doing Renegade.
Nice.
What Kash'd Out song can we rename?
I don't know.
That's
barely
got to
know
be
the
it's
names
got to
of
be
them.
organic.
Good at getting high. Good at getting high.
I actually was gonna do that for. I thought it'd be a good idea. All right, hear me. I'll just say this idea. Fuck it. I
Run
thought,
it by us. We're all ears.
yeah. So I thought I would do like a acoustic tour only in like California, Colorado, and then eventually Florida, maybe Maryland because they got them. But do like acoustic dispensary tour and call it the Good at Getting High tour.
There you go.
Dude,
You know?
this podcast
That's
has been full of ideas today.
Yeah.
We'll
Great
just
ideas.
have like 3 drummers.
yeah.
You should have 3 drummers.
Sure. Fuck it. I mean, we can do. Why can't we? You know, we can
Ted
do
plays some
whatever we
drums.
want.
4 drummers.
I'll run a beat
He's
machine.
good. I seen him on his little do that thing.
Wait. Hold on, guys. Not 3 drummers. 4
I've
drummers.
been playing a lot of drums.
Well,
8 drummers.
what up, Jason Moorhead, B Foundation?
Yeah,
in the house.
Jason. Yeah.
So
What's up,
thanks guys
dude?
for taking my call today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
It's great
What
to
up?
see you boys.
This
Good
turned
to
out to
see
be
ya.
a
We just
pretty
went
fun one.
widescreen.
It was already fun, Greg. I'm not dissing you or anything. That was great.
Yeah, it's all right. No, Ted really came in and saved the day. Donald too. Yeah,
No,
appreciate
this is how this ended up how this is perfect. All these guys on here, happy 420 everybody, and
Yeah.
stay safe, stay in your house. The longer you stay in your house, the sooner we get to go back outside.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, stay healthy.
Yeah.
And thanks for tuning into episode 113 of Tales from the Green Room podcast. Follow me over at the YouTubes and the Instagram at Howie Spangler. Follow all these guys right here. There and there. I don't.
This is so hard.
It's really
It's so
weird.
weird. It's like backwards or something.
Follow Greg, Donald. Oh, hold on.
Wait, can we
touch
high
five?
it.
Hold on.
Oh, I need to clean my nails.
Ted.
Are you
Lord.
are you above me on your screen?
It's like, hey, Ted, what's going on, man?
Wait, let's touch. No,
What?
other way.
Hey, Donald.
Wait, hold on.
Donald,
What?
put your
There
put
it
your
is,
head
there
up
it
so I
is.
can brush your hair.
Oh,
Put your head to the top.
thanks.
Ready? Hold on, Greg. Let's high five.
Oh, wait.
All right, Donald, here you go. Wait, I don't know how to high five that way.
The other hand.
You
there
guys
go.
can do the.
There we go. Boom.
There we go.
Boom. Boom. Goofy.
Paul
Oh,
King says
man.
we're touching tips.
Yeah.
Oh.
This has been a great Stoner podcast episode.
Just
Thank
tip.
you guys very much. Ted, everybody enjoy your sour D's and whatever
I
else you
liked
got
it.
going on. Thanks to
It's a big day. It's a big day on Craft Farm.
Postradamus over here. Thank you very much for all the wonderful music. Ted, you as well. Donald for the killer drums. And go subscribe, Tales from the Green Room. And make sure you go watch all these guys on their socials.
Go
Everybody's
subscribe.
doing cool shit. So
Yeah, I got to make a podcast now. So
dude, the Secret
boy.
Stash podcast with you and the boys. I'm telling you, it's gonna be hot. You should do it.
We'll do it.
Okay. Motivation.
All right, boys.
All right, guys.
Mass.
Bye.
Have a
Later.
wonderful day.
Stay safe.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.
Peace, guys.